Hi, I'm Jon Davies, and today I'm going to tell you about 3 numbers you must track in your business. I know I'm an accountant and a bit biased, but these numbers are not the standard stuff. I want to make you think a bit differently about the numbers. I could be loads of really technical ones to make you think, oh, I really need an accountant, but these are numbers you can pretty much do yourself and will help you make your business hugely successful. You see, lots of businesses do have a feel for their overheads, but have no idea on the cost of the marketing, and they do think of it as a cost, i.e. spend what's left after everything else. But some of these numbers help you turn that on its head and see it as an investment to grow your business. After all, what's more important than getting and keeping customers? So, why do so few businesses work out the business maths of that? You see, free marketing can be rubbish marketing. Expensive can be as well, but you need to understand the maths and make an informed decision. The key is you must understand the numbers and be crystal clear on all of them. Without that, you're always going to struggle against the super smart business owner who does get it. Okay, so what are these numbers? Well, the first one actually is your profit. And I apologise, I did say it wouldn't be the normal numbers, but I can't overlook this one. You really do need to know what your profit was last week, last month, last year. And also next week, next month, and next year, because once you know that, you've got solid grounded for making decisions. If you don't know your profit, it's like flying a plane without the instruments. You don't know where you're going and you can't make decisions on what to do. So once you've got all that sorted, you can move on to the good stuff. The second one we're going to talk about is how much it costs you to get a customer. I can break that down into a couple of steps. First, how much it costs you to get a lead. So whether that's a face-to-face meeting or somebody onto your website, you should be able to track that by each source of marketing that you do. As an example, if you use, say, Google AdWords, you can actually track how much it costs for each click through to your website, and that's the cost of a lead. Or if you join a networking group, you might pay an annual membership. Therefore, divide that by the number of referrals to get the cost per lead. Then you need to take it one step further to find out how much it costs to get an actual paying customer. A lead's great, but you want a customer. So what's that conversion rate? Google AdWords might be quite cheap to get a lead, but the conversion rate isn't as good perhaps as a networking group. So the cost per customer may be higher, and that's what you need to know. Once you get to the end of that, you know how much it costs you to get each customer by each source of marketing you do, and that's the second of my 3 numbers. The third number is, what's that customer worth to you? What's the overall value? Firstly, it's worth knowing what you spend straight away because that helps your cash flow. So on that first purchase, for example, if you're a restaurant, it's the first meal. If you're an online retailer, the first purchase. I'm an accountant, most of my clients pay me monthly. It's how much was spent in that first month, because that really does help with the cash flow. But a more important number is how much they spend over the whole relationship. My clients might pay me monthly, but on average they'll stay with me a number of years. So let's say it's 5 years, I can multiply that out to see how much they're worth to me over the length of the relationship. Now if you can't track that directly through your database, a good estimate would be what was your total sales in the last 3 years and your total number of customers. And that will give you a good estimate of how much each customer is worth to you overall. And of course you do need to take that one step further through to the profits. Once you take your profit over those 3 years, find out the total number of customers, that gives you your profit per customer. Now, once you've got those 3 numbers, particularly the second and third ones, of how much it costs to get a customer, what they're worth to you, you start to make some pretty clever decisions on what you're going to spend and what you're willing to spend up front on your marketing to actually get those customers through the door. Now, I'll just give an example of this, of somebody who does this really well, that's Sky TV. Now, for years I've had an offer on that if you refer one of your friends who signed up to Sky TV, they'll give you some vouchers and some to your friends as well. Now the value's changed over time, but at the moment it's £75 to you and £75 to your friend. So they'll spend £150 to get a customer. And that sounds really generous. But Sky are clever, they've thought about this. Because if you think about it, what does the average person spend on Sky? Now I don't know the exact number, but it must be at least £50 a month. And they've got you for a minimum of 12 months, so at least £600 per year. And then on average people stay with them at least 5 years. So actually Sky spend £150 up front to get a £3,000 customer. And that's pretty good business maths. So just to recap there, the numbers you need to know are, firstly your profits, you make decisions. Secondly, how much it costs to get a customer. And thirdly, how much that customer is worth to you. You need to have real clarity on these numbers. And as I said, they're not that hard to work out. You can do it yourself, but you need to track them for each source of marketing as well. So they're my top 3 numbers. If you'd like more business tips, it'd be great if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also subscribe to our email newsletter using the link below. Thank you.